Yawong residents receive $1.2 million to help fund craft manufacturing and sewing center. Pedal cyclist killed in fatal road accidents. Attorney General believes firearm license should be granted more liberally. In the region, PERU, opposition grows against president's policies, and internationally, Madagascar drought. More than 1 million edged towards famine. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. A deadly accident on the Stringent Public Road in Mahaica, East Coast Demerara, claimed the life of a pedal cyclist. 47-year-old Sibarandan Kumar of North Public Road, Mahaica, East Coast Demerara, was killed yesterday evening by a Route 63 minibus driven by 61-year-old Suraj Paul Bisoon of Nova Maikoni, East Coast Demerara. According to authorities, Bisoon was speeding east on the public road when he observed a pedal cyclist on the same side of the road. The direction Dan Kumar was traveling in is unclear, but according to the bus driver, Dan Kumar unexpectedly rode in the pathway of his vehicle. The driver said he applied brakes to avoid hitting Dan Kumar. Unfortunately, his minibus collided with him despite his best efforts. Dan Kumar was taken to the Maikoni Public Hospital, where a doctor verified his death on arrival. The driver has been apprehended and is cooperating with the police investigations. 2 men were arrested in Berbice after they were found with stolen items amid a police raid. Dale Jervis has the details.
Police ranks on Tuesday, October 26, went to a property at Sheet Anchor Village, East Kanji, Berbice, and conducted a cordon and search where they uncovered a number of suspected stolen items. According to reports, police officers went to the home of a 25-year-old male suspect and searched for weapons, ammunition, narcotics, and stolen items, and wanted people suspected to be there. The police found 1 black CB1 motorbike, CJ392, and 1 blue and white motorcycle with trade plates labeled Rock. The men were told of an allegation following the investigation of possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking, which occurred on Saturday, October 23, 2021. They were cautioned, arrested, and escorted to the Central Police Station. The motorcycles were lodged, and an investigation is underway. Reporting for Headline News Update, Dale Jervis.
Thanks, Dale. Police on Tuesday night arrested a 23-year-old man after he stabbed a barber multiple times at Bell West, West Bank, Demerara. Inquiries disclosed that sometime around 9 p.m., the victim, a 32-year-old barber, Diokumar Lakan, was at his barber shop at Bell West when the suspect, armed with a sharp object, ran into the barber shop. An argument ensued between the victim and the suspect. The 23-year-old suspect approached the victim and stabbed him numerous times across his body, injuring him. The victim fell to the ground in an unconscious state. He was picked up and taken to the West Demerara Regional Hospital. He was seen and examined by a doctor on duty and referred to the Georgetown Public Hospital in a serious condition. The suspect was later contacted, told of the offense, and cautioned. However, he remained silent. He was arrested and taken to the Wales police station, where he remains in custody pending further investigation. Stick around after the break. Attorney General believes a firearm license should be granted more liberally, and Yawong residents receive $1.2 million to help fund craft manufacturing and sewing center.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home. We also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Alabama Trading has everything you need every day. The best brands at the lowest prices. And right now, you can save much more on a larger range of food products and everyday essentials. Choose from our extensive array of fresh and packaged food items. Plus, there's a huge variety in ladies' handbags and accessories, children toys, backpacks and school bags, bicycles, rugs, outdoor and indoor furniture, cleaning and sanitizing products, and so much more. Alabama Trading. Better products, better prices.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Survival Supermarket Senior Citizens Day is every Wednesday, and you can get 7% off everything on sale except alcoholic drinks. And to make more of our customers eligible, we have dropped the age requirement from 60 to 55, so you can benefit from the big discounts on everything in your trolley. Yes, Survival Supermarket Senior Citizens Day gives you 7% off every Wednesday, if you're 55 and older, of course. Just walk with your ID card as proof of your age, and then shop, shop, shop at Survival Supermarket.
Welcome back. Yawong residents in Region 8 recently received $1.2 million to help fund the development of a center that would serve as a base for craft manufacturing and a sewing center. The Ministry of Amerindian Affairs will provide additional support to women who work in the sewing industry to help them start their businesses. During a recent visit to the region, Minister of Amerindian Affairs Pauline Sukai urged the residents to ensure the facility is constructed in a timely manner. She went on to say that the ministry was successful in obtaining a small sum of money to assist women in Yawong settlement in starting their small business. Quote, I want to give them a kickstart in creating small businesses for some of the very interested and hardworking women in this settlement. End of quote. The minister said sewing machines have already been distributed in the village for everyone's use. Additionally, a 3.8 million pickup truck has also been purchased for use in the village. The minister added that these investments must be able to generate an income for maintenance and other purposes. On Tuesday, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal, during his social media program, Issues in the News, said that the crime situation in the country continues to be a cause of major concern.
Every single day, efforts are being expended in addressing the crime situation. Please don't think for one moment that this government is not attuned to the crime situation in Guyana. Every day we have discussions and there are policies that are being implemented to address the crime situation. The police force on a daily basis is being equipped. As I said, on my ministry, we are going to donate a set of computers again to the police force. We are trying to assist with staffing the forensic lab with the required personnel so that we can get convictions and we can get proper scientific investigations done.
The Attorney General reiterated that government is working hard behind the scenes to address these issues.
The police force is continuing a recruitment exercise. And also there are other strategies which the Minister of Home Affairs should really speak about, and of course he will be speaking about them. So don't think for one moment that crime is not an issue that the government regards with the greatest of priority.
Minister Nandalal said he believes that firearm license should be granted more liberally.
I believe that firearm license should be granted more liberally in Guyana. That's my honest view, and I have expressed that view already. Because we have a lot of people who are qualified for firearm license, but who are not, for some reason, the system is slow. I know that there are a lot of PERS applications pending.
However, the minister said, while the system for some reason is slow, there is a procedure that has to be followed to obtain a firearm license.
The grant of a firearm license or its refusal is a very important exercise, and it requires some degree of care and circumspection, and one can't approach these processes rashly and carelessly. One ought to take due time and diligence in order to assess each application on its merit and grant it if it's worthy of grant, refuse it if it is not meritorious. And that is my approach. That is what the law says.
In September, the Guyana Police Force announced that serious crimes, including but not limited to murder, rape, robbery, underarms, and larceny, had decreased by 20% for the period of January 1st, 2021 to September 6th, 2021, when compared to the same period last year. However, with numerous reports of robbery and break-ins for the month of October, some resulting in the death of the victims, citizens are becoming more concerned for their safety. Don't go away after the break. Haiti's most powerful gang leader talks to Al Jazeera, and Madagascar drought. More than 1 million edge towards famine. But before that, here's the bridge retraction schedule.
Survival Supermarket Senior Citizens Day is every Wednesday, and you can get 7% off everything on sale except alcoholic drinks. And to make more of our customers eligible, we have dropped the age requirement from 60 to 55, so you can benefit from the big discounts on everything in your trolley. Yes, Survival Supermarket Senior Citizens Day gives you 7% off every Wednesday, if you're 55 and older, of course. Just walk with your ID card as proof of your age, and then shop, shop, shop at Survival Supermarket. When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold, and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Alabama Trading has everything you need every day. The best brands at the lowest prices. And right now, you can save much more on a larger range of food products and everyday essentials. Choose from our extensive array of fresh and packaged food items. Plus, there's a huge variety in ladies' handbags and accessories, children toys, backpacks and school bags, bicycles, rugs, outdoor and indoor furniture, cleaning and sanitizing products, and so much more. Alabama Trading. Better products, better prices.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for Barber for doing surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. Al Jazeera has spoken exclusively to Haiti's most powerful gang leader. Armed groups now run large parts of the country and have filled a power vacuum left by the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in July. Al Jazeera's Rob Reynolds has more.
I have to see that.
His name is Jimmy Shelze, more commonly known by his childhood nickname, Barbecue. Once a Haitian police officer, he is now the leader of a powerful confederation of gangs called G9, which controls much of Port-au-Prince and its suburbs. With an automatic rifle strapped to his chest, Shelze took us through the garbage-strewn alleyways of La Saline, a sprawling slum. He urged us to show the world the desperate poverty in which millions of Haitians live out their lives without basic sanitation, health care, education, or hopes for a better future. Although he is the feared leader of a violent criminal gang, Shelze appears to be trying to reinvent himself as a leader, a man of the people, battling a corrupt system and the current government led by Prime Minister Ariel Henry, whom Shelze condemns.
We
are fighting for another society, another Haiti that is not only for the 5% of the people who keep all the wealth, but a new Haiti where everyone can have food, clean water, so they can have a decent house to live in. Another Haiti where we don't have to leave the country.
Shelze also stands accused of masterminding numerous assassinations and massacres, including one in 2018 that killed up to 25 people. He denies all the allegations.
I'm not a gangster. I never will be a gangster. It's the system I'm fighting against today. The system has a lot of money. They own the media. Now they try to make me look like a gangster.
Shelze condemned the kidnapping of 17 U.S. and Canadian missionaries who are being held for ransom by a rival gang.
We condemn all kidnappings that happen in this country. The special one is the missionaries. They're Americans when we talk about missionaries. They came to this country to help us. Today we cannot support any gangs who kidnap people.
A severe fuel shortage has practically shut down Haiti's capital, the result of gangs hijacking fuel trucks and blockading depots. Shelze says he can get the petrol flowing again, but says Haiti's prime minister must go.
If Ariel Henry resigns at 8 o'clock, then at 8:05 we will remove all the barricades so that the trucks can come to the fuel depot and fill up, and then the crisis will stop.
Shelze says he wants to tear up Haiti's political and oligarchic system by its roots.
This system is criminal. The revolution we are preaching today, we cannot do this without guns, because we have our own guns. This gun is a symbol of our revolution, the revolution against the 5% of those who hold all the wealth of our nation.
As he walked the streets of La Saline, Barbecue was greeted warmly by many. Does this gang leader have ambitions to one day rule Haiti? He certainly talks like a politician, comparing himself to one of Haiti's most revered leaders in its struggle for independence from France in the 18th century.
Jean-Jacques Dessalines was a great man, the father of the nation who fought hard to free Haiti. Today, I am doing the same fighting as Dessalines did. I am following his dream. The dream of Dessalines was to see the wealth of his country be shared equally.
Outlaw, would-be revolutionary, leader of men in arms. The man they call Barbecue is one of the most powerful and enigmatic figures in Haiti today. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Port-au-Prince.
Peruvian President Pedro Castillo faces political opposition in Congress, including from party allies after he reshuffled his cabinet. He added left-wing moderates, swore in new prime minister to lead the government, and distanced himself from his party leaders. Al Jazeera's Marina Sanchez reports.
Peru has had 2 cabinets in less than 3 months, and tensions are running high. Congress forced Prime Minister Guido Bellido to resign early in October. President Pedro Castillo then swore in a new Prime Minister, Mirta Vázquez, and a new cabinet of mainly moderate leftists. He now needs the opposition-led Congress to approve his appointees, but some protesters are calling on Castillo to leave.
How much longer are we going to wait? We don't want a vote of confidence, we want the vacancy.
Castillo faces pressure from opposition legislators who want him to at least fire his interior minister before confirming Vázquez. The leftist leader also faces opposition from some members of his own party who accuse him of backing policies that are not in line with leftist political ideals and say they won't support him.
This situation is not only negative for our still fragile democratic system, but also makes it difficult for the government to implement the public policies that the country urgently needs.
Since he came to office in July, Castillo's ministers have sent mixed messages. Some have indicated their willingness to rewrite the constitution and nationalize Peru's natural gas sector, while others reject these plans. Some Peruvians appear disappointed by Castillo's choices.
We are asking for a constituent assembly because the cabinet does not represent us either.
President Castillo still faces the challenge to be able to govern, especially after lawmakers passed a law last week limiting his ability to dissolve Congress if they don't approve his policies or his appointments. Analysts say some political parties are only focused on pushing out Castillo.
They are waiting for the right moment. It is clear that there is no intention to negotiate anything. It is a matter of political calculation when they are going to take that step.
But the president says he's not concerned about losing his job.
We are not worried about those rumors. Only lazy people think like that. That is what those who live off the state think.
The process to confirm the new cabinet proposed by Castillo began on Monday, but it had to be postponed until next week after a congressman suffered a heart attack and died. As millions of Peruvians wait to see if Congress will approve this cabinet, tensions among political rivals appear to be getting worse. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Lima, Peru.
And internationally, Madagascar's southern region is experiencing its worst drought in decades, pushing more than 1 million people to the brink of famine. 4 consecutive droughts have wiped out harvests, with reports of people dying of hunger. Al Jazeera's Priyanka Gupta has more.
Southern Madagascar is facing its worst drought in 40 years. The level of hunger here is so severe, the UN warns it could soon lead to the world's first famine caused by climate change.
The situation in the Grand Sud of Madagascar is absolutely dire. Right now, we are entering the next lean season, which began in October. We have 1.3 million people who are severely food insecure. That means they do not know where the food that they need each day to survive is going to come from. Of those, 28,000 people are facing catastrophic food insecurity, which is to say famine-like conditions.
The tropical island country in the Indian Ocean that's used to cyclones, heavy rainfall and drought has seen an alarming decline in rainfall in recent years, affecting small farmers and cattle herders. People in southern Madagascar have seen their incomes decline even more. Water is scarce, fields have dried up, crops have died, and there is little food. Some are eating locusts, cactus, and even mud just to survive.
Some of those years, the drought seems to be related to the El Nino system in the Pacific. One of those years, it seems to be related to what's happening in the eastern Indian Ocean. And over all of those years, there tends to be an increase in the pressure systems, the atmospheric pressure, just south of Madagascar.
Madagascar is extremely vulnerable to climate change, even though its carbon emissions are some of the lowest.
It is absolutely unjust that people who have done nothing to cause this crisis are now literally every day facing the fight for their lives because of the global climate crisis. So action must be taken for the people of the Grand Sud of Madagascar and for people across this region who are faced with the consequences of this crisis.
As the world's leading polluters fail to agree on how to reduce the effects of a warming planet, its devastating impact is already being felt in the lives of those who can do little to fight it. Priyanka Gupta, Al Jazeera.
And that is it for today's regional and international news. Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Thursday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.